To appreciate the story I'm about to tell you, I must share a family secret with you. You see, you need to know how old my wife and I are, respectively, but alas, I'm forbidden from doing so. Hence, let me just give you a clue. If you added our two ages together, the number you can get will take you back very close to the American Civil War. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now to the story, one of the most important stories of our life. On February 28, 2020, my wife and I were all packed and ready to fly 10,430 miles from Bangalore, India, to San Diego, California. Why? Why? Because our first grandchild was to be born on March 19th in the aforementioned city of San Diego. The next day was 29th February, the leap day, and our hearts were leaping with joy. Pardon the cheap pun. We were all set to welcome into our home this little angel. But the first shoe fell. We heard about the curse of Corona. We had thought it was only in China, and hence we could sneak through Japan across Pacific to San Diego. But we read that Japan had 840 cases of Corona. Our son called up from San Diego and said, "You know, you are in the most vulnerable demographic being," he named our age, you remember. And so he said, "Let's cancel Japan and fly through Europe." And we flew through Europe, all innocent and ignorant about Europe's own crisis. And we arrived in San Diego. And then time swept by. And what happens on 11th March? WHO declares that Corona is a pandemic. Oh, yeah? And we say, oh, it's not in America. But on 13th, 2 days later, it is announced that not only does America have the pandemic, it is spreading. And we were told then that we shouldn't even cast our shadows across the parking lots of the hospital. So the dreams of welcoming our baby into our home evaporated. No one, but no one at all, is to meet with us except at 6 feet distance. And no one above 65 can visit anyone else's home because Corona has a crush on us. I could hear the peals of laughter from Corona land, the virus saying, "If you don't want me in your home, then I curse you. You are not wanted in any home." Ha, ha, ha. Bad sense of humor. It was March 13th, and we were now four of us to-be grandparents, living in 3 apartments on 3 floors. We huddled, realizing that we were uniquely blessed. That while the world was getting darker and darker for everyone on the planet, our miracle, our beacon of hope and joy, the little baby, was to arrive on March 19th to dispel the darkness for us. Never did the cliche light at the end of the tunnel as a promise sound so enticing and welcome. Never were our hands so clean. Lady Macbeth could have taken lessons from us. We were ready for the baby. But the baby wasn't ready for us. March 19th came and went, so did 20th and 21st. Folks, have you noticed kids these days don't listen? You know what I mean? His parents took to talking to him like, "Hey buddy, be a sport. Come on out, come into the house. It's not so bad. There will be a new president, we promise you, and a new vaccine, and grand promises not to sing his lullabies if you come out." That was I being referred to. Finally, what gods delay they don't deny. The golden day arrived, dawned on the San Diego Bay on the morning of March 25th at 7:45 a.m. Baby Sanmai made his appearance to the deafening applause from his cheering section, even if some of those had to be far beyond hugging and kissing distances. Bliss was in that dawn to be alive. What a unique gift. A new life which was blissfully unaware. The only human being who neither knew nor cared about the virus, and who did not wash his hands, nor wear a mask, nor love thy neighbor at 6 feet distance. He was there, just there to be picked up, cuddled. Oh, yes, somehow things did get worked out so that the powers that be allowed us to visit and hug and kiss. His needs were most simple and basic. He wanted food, more sleep, and his mama. Over the period of 2 months, he expanded his patronage to include his dad, then his grandmas, and then grandpas, even his lullaby singing grandpa. Today, he smiled. Excuse me? Please pay attention. He smiled at me. How do you like that? Put that into your pipe and smoke it. Glory be to hallelujah. At me. I like that very much. I think the boy has great future with such good taste in his choice of who to smile at.